Your rank doesn't matter. And this is coming from a person who spent most of his time in this game streaming and trying to improve my own rankings and playing so many hours of it and playing so many tasks, so many different tasks. And I spent so much time trying to improve my aim and improve my ranking, better said, and to hit Grandmaster 1. That was the whole deal that I was going through. So let me show you this thing. This is a video I just recorded from me playing offline, and not playing offline, just playing not on a stream, and trying to beat myself, trying to get to Grandmasters. That was it. So I had erased all my data, and I started playing stuff just to see where I would rank up. So as you can see, there will be a sort of a trend for me in this video, which is me playing. This is me playing Star Trek Precision. I'll also play some other tracking exercises as you will see, just because tracking exercises are my best exercises, are the exercises that I perform the best. So I preferred playing those just because it would bump up my rankings. But this means that if I were to play something else that I'm not good at, I would probably rank much lower. And this is not only me, of course, this is everyone. This applies to everyone. We are not good at everything, at every exercise equally. We have exercises that we are better at, and exercises that we are worse at. So this is one important thing to keep in mind. You should not be attached to your outcome. You should not be attached to the result, to your ranking. You should be able to, on a whim, just delete your whole complete data and start from scratch. And you shouldn't be afraid of doing it, because if you learned how to aim, how to flick, how to track, how to be fast, then you will eventually rank up again. And it doesn't matter how long it takes. It might take even 15 minutes for, just like I did over here. It's not like I hit best scores at everything. I even did quite bad in a few of these exercises from my own perspective. But the point is that I am not attached to the outcome. I had just deleted the whole data I had. I had hours upon hours of play, and I decided, yeah, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to record this video and show to everyone that this is something important. You do not want to be attached to that green number on your screen, because that little green number there is temporary. That is temporary. You may put hundreds of hours in this game, even 1,000 hours in this game, and countless shots taken and countless matches played, and so much effort into trying to climb up and climbing up effectively. But in the end, it doesn't really matter. All that matters is what you learned, and you will learn the moment you start looking at your own mistakes and trying to correct them, trying to take action to correct them. Of course, this is not the only way to learn. So many people don't do that, and they still learn anyways, just because nature of things. Just by nature of doing things, you start learning how to do better those things. So you will eventually learn, even though you do not look back and try to analyze yourself. But if you do, you will be doing yourself a huge favor, because it will cut so much of the trouble that you have to go through in order to just wing it and try to learn it, brute forcing it. Let me take an example. For example, I'm terrible at grid shot, for example. My best grid shot wouldn't even touch 100k, would be between 95 and 100k, okay? So I know I have to improve it a lot. But I also know that if I were to spam play grid shot, I would probably de-rank a lot from where I am now, from where I was before. I was at Grandmaster 1, so I would probably rank back to Masters. But I shouldn't be worried about that. Nobody should worry about that. In fact, you want to rank up, you just turn it off. If you want to, sorry. What I mean to say is, there are two ways of playing this game. There is the way that you play to boost yourself up, and the way that you play to improve yourself at something. So if you want to boost yourself up, it is pretty much what I did on my way to Grandmasters 1, and pretty much what I'm trying to accomplish here in this video behind my voice, is, you just play whatever you're best at, and you keep on playing that and playing that until you beat so many scores around the scoreboard, on the leaderboard. And then you're probably going to hit Grandmasters 1 or whatever. But that's not the actual way to improve yourself. In order for you to improve yourself, you have to be analytical about it, because you are going to hit a plateau first and foremost, and sooner or later you're going to hit a plateau. This plateau might be a little bit higher for higher skilled people. This plateau might be a little bit lower for lower skilled people. Regardless, a plateau. And in those moments, you have to be analytical and look at it on the sense that you will commit mistakes. That's why we have an accuracy measurement, because we do not hit every shot perfectly. We commit lots of mistakes when playing the game. But what are those mistakes? Many times we are not even aware of them. So you would do yourself a huge favor looking back at your recording and seeing where you committed a mistake, when you committed a mistake, because it might be a specific moment in that exercise, and then trying to put it on a phrase, to phrase it, because when you phrase it, you concretize it. And then once it's concretized, oh, I rushed it. I rushed the flick shot, for example. Then you try to think of ways that you could have not done that, and then you try to apply it in the next run immediately, and then you measure against your previous score. This was the process that I went through on my way to Grandmasters 1, and I know hitting Grandmasters 1 is not that big of a deal. I mean, I don't think it is. I don't think I am that huge aimer, but I hit Grandmaster 1, so I know there are lots of people that are trying to do the same thing. This is what I did that could help people. So you do not care about your outcome. You have to be coldly able to delete your whole data. I'm not saying you should, but if you do, it will be a faster process for you. You know, the sooner you are able to cut something or cut a problem, the sooner you get rid of it, and you just move on with your life. So the process of you trying to improve yourself at any of those tasks is this. You will take a look back at your own exercises, take a look back at your errors, and try and concretize your errors and correct your errors. This process will make you take huge leaps of improvement in every exercise that you do it. There is the way of trying to brute force things, which is the way most people will do. I imagine is the way I did for the most part, and there is validity to it because you can learn a lot just by repeating it over and over again. But you will hit a plateau eventually, and when those plateaus come, and they will, you can't approach it by a brute force manner. You have to approach it differently. You have to try and think about it. Think about what did you do that you should have not done in order to improve at that. So if you do that, you will take huge leaps of improvement, of quality in your playthrough, and you will notice it because it will be clear. It will be clear that you are not the same person. When that happens, you are not the same person anymore. You have made a breakthrough, and you don't see the exercise and the drill the same way that you saw a minute ago, because these exercises last a minute. So the minute before, you were still trying to brute force it. The minute that you take to analyze and to find the problem and to then try and correct it the following time, and then that you succeed at correcting it. You look back and you say, wow, that's what I was supposed to be doing. This is what the exercise is trying to tell me, trying to teach me, and I was blind to it until this point. These are the real breakthroughs. So it's a minor thing, it's a minor advice, but I hope that people will understand it and appreciate it, and to start doing it themselves, because at the end of the day, if you want to improve, that's what you have to do. You might want to just rank up, and that's fine. I guess that's your choice, but you will hit plateaus, and if you only brute force, you will hit them hard and stay there. So if you want to improve yourself, be willing to delete all your data. I don't say you have to do that, but if you do, you will open yourself up for eventually hitting higher numbers than before with a lot less effort, because you only need one good score in order to be on the 0.1%. You don't need 1,000 good scores. You only need one. Okay, so keep that in mind. And yes, this is not Grandmaster 1. Well, some of these scores were not my overall best scores, but anyway, I still hope that there is validity to what I'm trying to express here. So thank you so much for watching this, and I hope you enjoy it. And if you liked, leave it a like. If you want, subscribe to the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.